In these sets of videos, we're going to be talking about exponential growth and decay models, specifically word problems and setting them up. So our first exploration is going to be growth. We're going to be talking about what happens when you add a rate. So with growth models, you want to think about words like increase, appreciate, any word that implies that numbers are going up. The formula that you want to write down is A equals P 1 plus R to the T power, where P is your starting amount, that's your principal. The A value is your ending amount. That's kind of like your Y value. So think about that as like Y equals. Your 1 is always going to be 1 plus, because it's growth, it's going to be plus. The rate is always going to be as a decimal. So if you're given a percentage, you do need to convert that to a decimal. So like 5.2%, for example, would be 0.052. And to convert to a decimal, you always take that decimal place and move it 2 places to the left. And if it's a single digit percent, you'll need a 0 before that. If it's like 52%, then that would just be 0.52. But if it's 5.2%, it's 0.052. And then your time value, that's your exponent, and that's kind of like your x value. So it follows the traditional exponential functions in that regard. There's also decay, and the only difference between decay is that minus. So everything else being the same, but if it's decay, you're subtracting the rate from the 1. So on this link here, you can kind of explore what's going on. But basically, this link is going to allow you to change the rate. So if that's like 13%, you can see that that growth gets really much more steeper as that rate goes higher. And that's a growth because it's a positive rate. But if it's minusing, if you're subtracting, that becomes decay, and then it's going down. Of course, you can change your principal value, your starting value in this link here. So that link should be on the Canvas page.